Good evening and welcome to the North Bend City Council meeting for July 22nd, 2025 at 7 p.m. here in our council chambers. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask you to join me in saying the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, welcome. Welcome to those who are here in person and for those who are watching live online or at a later point. Go ahead and move into number 2 on our roll call or agenda. That's our roll call. I'll ask our acting city reporter to help us with that.
Councilor Hamilton,
Here.
Councilor Garvelia,
Here.
Mayor Iglesby,
Here.
Councilor Schultz,
Present.
Councilor Slater.
Here.
All right, that takes us to number 3 on our agenda. We have a ceremonial item tonight, swearing in of the patrol officer. So I will ask our police chief to come over and patrol officer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and members of City Council. So tonight I have the distinct honor of introducing our newest police officer, Keller Solomon. And Keller is currently right down in the Bandon area where his family has a ranch and excavation business where he's been working before we picked him up, and he made the huge life decision to come and follow his dream of being a police officer. So he's currently in about week 2, I think, right now of his field training program, slated to go to the academy the 25th of August. And we are really looking forward to having him back in from that academy eventually after 16 weeks. But tonight we're going to go ahead and have the mayor do an oath of office. So,
All right. Okay, all right. So I'm going to switch to with and I can. All right, well, first of all, nice to meet you. All right, so we'll go ahead and have your swearing in of the oath of office from the state of Oregon, county of Coos, city of North Bend. I, Keller Solomon,
I, Keller Solomon,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and Oregon,
Oregon,
and the charter and ordinances
and the charter and ordinances
of the city of North Bend,
of the city of North Bend,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a police officer
the duties of a police officer
for the city of North Bend
for the city of North Bend
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right? And did you have, could we take some pictures maybe with the officers here or? We'll go
Of course,
right
of course,
there.
absolutely.
All right, so let's go ahead and the chief come up first and then we can get one with the council afterwards. Okay.
centered up, right? Let's get everybody up here.
Y'all like each other. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, you guys are staying.
All right, let's go ahead and get ready to council. Look at this. We've got 2 and 3. How about that? Proposed.
2 and 3. All right, ready, here we go. Thank you.
All right, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then this is for fun. Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Well, how wonderful to swear in a new patrol officer. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next item on the calendar is the consent agenda. Is there a motion from the council?
I'll make a motion to accept the consent calendar as presented. Second.
All right, I heard first from Councilor Hamilton and a second from Councilor Bowden. Is there any questions from the council?
No.
All in favor, all in favor to accept the consent calendar as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 5 on the agenda is public comment. Not seeing anyone signed up, but always welcome to join in on public comments. We have one remote one, it looks like, currently.
That's all they for information only.
That's just for information only. Okay, perfect. We'll go ahead and keep that log then and move right on to number 6, which is resolution number 3359. Is there a motion from the resolution number 3369, establishment of a citizen charter review committee and appointment? Is there a motion from the council?
Well, we make one from the city council approved resolution number 3369, establishing a citizen charter review.
Second. Okay, I heard first from Councilor Barbo and the second from Councilor Schultz. And again, we had quite a few discussions on this, so is there any further discussion? Okay, I do appreciate the comments we made during the previous work sessions, and so all in favor to move for the city council to approve resolution number 3369, establishing a citizen charter review, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 7 on the agenda, is resolution number 3370, establishing local criteria for reviewing alcohol license applications and submitting recommendations. Is there a motion from the council?
I'll move that the city council approve resolution number 3370, establishing local. Recommendation guidelines for review and approval by the Oregon Liquor Control Commission.
Second.
Okay, I heard the first from Hamilton and the second from Councilor Slater. Any further discussion? Okay, all right, well, for the record, for anybody who's watching, you were always fully discussed in the work session. But I will go ahead and call for the first, give the second, the discussion. All in favor to move the city council to approve resolution number 3370, establishing local recommendation guidelines for review and approval by the Oregon Liquor Control Commission, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And that takes us through that number 8, which is confirmation of appointments to the Citizen Charter Review Committee. Is there a motion from the council?
I move the city council confirm the appointments of Mary Jo Golder, Katie Forrester, Levi Crow, Bill Richardson, and Wendy Cole to the Citizen Charter Review Committee.
Great.
I'll
First from Councilor Slater and a second from Councilor Barbo. Any further discussion? Okay, great committee. I will go ahead and.
Mayor, can I jump in here, Mayor? Excuse me. What are there 2 city councilors that are also going to be on this committee?
Yes, yes.
So that's maybe we could have an amended motion to include the 2 city councilors that will also be on the review committee.
Okay, and that was Councilor Slater and myself, correct?
Right.
So would you like to make that amendment? Or
Do we vote on the amendment first and then on the motion?
how would you like me to do that? Would you like me to?
Councilor Slater, you made the motion. You can just go ahead and retract that motion and make a new motion with the 5 citizens and 2 councilors.
Okay, so I'll amend the motion and second can amend the second, right? Okay, well then, in this particular motion, I would amend it to include the 2 council representatives in this process, which would be, Mayor Engel, Katie, and Councilor Slater.
Right. First
second.
from Councilor Barbo and then, first from Councilor Slater, second from Councilor Hamilton. So all in favor of the amended motion for the council to confirm the appointments of Mary Jo Golder, Katie Forrester, Levi Clow, Bill Richardson, Wendy Cole, Mayor Engelke, and Councilor Slater, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So, and there was no executive session, so number 9, if you cross off, that takes us to number 10, which is our city administrator's report.
Madam Mayor and Council, my city administrator's report is delayed for family health reasons. However, I'm going to defer my time to Stephanie Wilson to provide you a update from July Jubilee.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hello, good evening. I'm delighted to share the 122nd birthday for July Jubilee was this past weekend, and it had an amazing turnout. All the events ran smoothly, and we saw up numbers from last year's events. Our honored citizen awards honored Citizen of the Year is Amber Yester, continued contributions with Stephanie Kilmer, and Business of the Year was Thirsty Sisters. And we kicked that off on Friday at the fire department, and it was a great event. And then Saturday and Sunday, they're amazing. So just to give you a few numbers, our jaunt had 106 runners with the fastest time was 17 minutes and 53 seconds. And 3 dogs. Yes, and 3 dogs. So that was a really great turnout. That was about 40 or so people up from last year. Show and Shine down at the back alley had around 150 people attend, around maybe 40 or 50 cars, 70 free bowlers for the youth kids. The mall had probably around 800 people. They said they ran out of root beer floats by noon for children at 500 root beer floats. So that was really, really hopping over there. Disc golf, this is really exciting. So they were up to 58 players, and we offered 50 free discs for the first 50 registered players, and they had people waiting there at 6:30 in the morning just to receive a free disc. So that was really exciting. On Sunday, we had great numbers for the history walk. We had 35 participants, and we had people drive all the way over from Roseburg specifically for the history walk. So that was really great. And then the Ian Spalding fundraiser, they raised $6,800, and some donations were still coming in. And we don't really say who won or didn't win because it's a fundraiser, but I would say North Bend played a pretty darn good ball game. So I'll just leave it at that. And the Liberty Theater, of course, is always a huge contributor to generating foot traffic downtown. They had over 900 people in the 3 days attend the Opry. So my full report will be in David's report, and then we'll do an update on our website as well. And we'll get all the photos uploaded to the July Jubilee social media page. So thank you to any of you who all attended and anyone who drove and came for the community. So it was a really great event.
Okay.
Fairness to Coos Bay, they did have 80 more runs than North Bend, but at the end of the day, the foundation won.
Yes, absolutely. That's huge good news. All right.
It's a good rivalry, so I want to give a shout out because they did come in at the end with extra money and took the run. So congratulations to Coos Bay.
I love that. Well, we'll go ahead then and move on to our committee reports. Do we have any? No other committee reports? Okay. Then we'll, the next agenda item after that would be council comments. So we'll start with Councilor Slater.
Well, I appreciate the July Jubilee resurgence and growth in that, and I think, and I heard a lot of other activities, how we could add this, change that, do whatever. And this is the time for us, us, to start looking at what we could do to continue to grow it. To put if it's cruises or parades or whatever, get the right dates to be able to do those things. So I think we've got a good focus. It was a good run this way, and it ought to be in for all of us to enjoy. And how do we make it even better so that people want to be over here and be part of the action going on? The last little thing I mentioned, I went to Jack Beebe's celebration of life, and Jack was of course county commissioner for 16 years through things, but we started out the East Side City Council, and really shows, I think exemplifies working for the people in the county, working for making things happen. And that's really commensurate with, all elected service, city councils, school boards. The county commissioners, of course, they get paid, but they don't get paid enough to do what's going on. So I commend that. It was a good set ceremony, but it made me think about it, how we encourage people to be involved and pick up those things for the future, because many people are fading away. So that's
Yeah, thank you. Councilor Schultz.
Yeah, just again, thanks to everyone for, again, the July Jubilee did seem like it was popping when I popped into the event, which was amazing to see people out and about in our community. I love seeing that, so again, just thanks to all the volunteers and the city staff. I know it's a lot of work.
Okay. Counselor Burrow?
Yeah, not much, it was one of the most important jobs of the July Jubilee is to make sure that the runners know where they're going and the safety on the corners. And I stood my post there pretty solid and it's pretty hairy there for about 5 minutes, but it was good. So
All that I got lost.
I got to see everybody cutting across it. You didn't see me. Your time don't count. So, no, you know, I had other things come up this weekend, friends come out of town, and I didn't get to go look at everything, I didn't get the chance to go to the mall, but I did hit the car show, and we did hit the baseball game that I'm officially 1 year retired of, and they did a hell of a job, so, yeah, it was a good day, so, thank you guys for putting it on and all the hard work that goes along with it, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to say a special thank you to Stephanie Wilson and Barb Denham, and you know, you can tell at the events that the attention to detail, the kickoff, with the honored citizens, like they didn't just throw up a folding table, I mean, and things were covered in a nice cloth and placed very nicely, so those extra details, mean a lot, I think to a lot of people, and so I appreciate that, because I know it doesn't just like naturally happen. So I appreciate you, Barb Denham put in a lot of hours, and I think, it's really special, so I appreciate that. One of my favorite comments of the whole weekend was after the sip and stroll, it was like so busy. And there's the after school at the back alley, and then people are getting ready to do the things at the mall, so it's kind of like all over North Bend. And I'm like, I'm just gonna eat downtown, and then I'll go to the after school, and my friend messaged me, and she's like, I'm here, but there's a line out the door. And just something that you don't think that you would hear in North Bend, I'm like, I'm coming, so like wait through all these people, and there's people outside and trying to get them in, and it felt really fun. And the last part I wanna say, is Dick Wagner is a treasure to our community. He's the author, we've had him in here with the book that he, has wrote, and if you have not gone on one of those historical tours, I mean, 2 hours just flies by, and to find out the little details about everything. So it sounds like there's quite a demand, and there might be another walk throughout the year, this might not be like the only time that he does it. So stay tuned if you have not been on that, and there were 3 dogs at the walk as well, so it was a really pet friendly weekend. So that's all the comments that I have.
You have walk with the mayor coming.
Oh, I think it would make a reminder for that. Yes, we have our next walk with the mayor, on Monday, the 28th. This is our noon, very casual walk to try to get the people who can't come to a 7 o'clock meeting or can't come to a 4:30 council meeting. We always keep it, we really adapt it to whoever is there. If it looks like the group can walk a little bit more, we go a little bit more. And we're gonna be meeting at the pool. And I have invited some of the new school board members, so they're checking to see how many can come, so it's not a forum for them. And join us, so people are welcome to come to that. You might have an opportunity to meet a couple of new school board members. I might get a chance to like peek at the new boiler. I don't know how if people wanna look at that. And I'm sure Aaron will come out and just kind of speak to what's going on. Cause it is really time to also start talking about the pool, because we have about 18 months left on that levy. And I know that we're probably gonna be talking about that over the next, year or so, what the next steps are with the pool. So we'll start at the pool, do a little lap around, and I say rain or shine, but it's always gonna be sunny this time of year. Rain or sun or wind, how about that? So that's at 12 o'clock on Monday. So thank you for the reminder. Anything else? Okay, and there's nothing else, no other business.